Hey everybody, what's going on? This is SacredGuard and welcome back to Let's Play Monster Girl Quest Paradox 2. Now in the last episode, we managed to finish warding off the rest of the Monster Lord's invasion forces, but now we have to take the fight to their strongholds, the strongholds of each and every general that we fought. And because it was a little hard for me to be able to remember without having to talk to Amira, she's probably wherever the heck she is, I decided to go ahead and make a little memo. So where we're going to go first, we have the choices of either Fairy Island, Lyra Falls, the Solitary Island, or the Vampire Castle. Now, as far as I know, from what I'm seeing, the closest one is actually near Esta. So we're going to head on over to Esta first. And this is supposed to be where the Mermaid Queen is. I stop running into monsters every 5 minutes. Now, I'm blind. I didn't see that little twinkle right there. Okay, here we go. Wow, that's a huge waterfall. This has to be the place where the mermaids are hiding. There's an extensive cave network behind the falls. That's where we'll find the mermaids. Alrighty. So, cave network down there. And of course, it's guarded, so I'm not going to be able to get in without a fight. Not unless I can pay my way in. Can I pay my way in? Sorry, but you're not permitted past this point. Please leave. Sorry, but we're going in no matter what. We have to stop the Queen Mermaid. In that case, I'll be the one stopping you. I won't let you anywhere near the Queen. Oh, jeez. Can't just make it easy for us, can you? That barely did anything. And now, it's getting to the point where now the enemies are able to hurt Alice pretty badly. Defense. Crap. Crap! Right. So that means if Luca goes down this time, that's it for good. I didn't want to have to immediately resort to use the quadruple giga because I at least wanted to give them some room to actually fight. Alright, let's go in. These caves are a mermaid stronghold, so stay alert. Alright. It's a lot bigger in here than I expected. There are even streams running through the cave. Queen Mermaid should be deep inside. Let's take her down and prevent further attacks on Sen Ilia. Gladly. Okay. I feel like if I talk to you, I'm going to get into a fight immediately. So, not down here. Mermaid Knight. You're new. Hi. You first. Get Alice to heal herself. Oh. Okay. I really do appreciate the designs that they've come up with for some of these monsters. And while I have your guys' attention... Oh, Elle's here. Before I talk to her, while I have you guys' attention, I want to let you guys know that I recently found that Toro Resistance posted 2 CGs of teasers regarding Paradox Part 3, and I'm going to go ahead and put them on screen. One of them I'm going to have to blur out a little bit, but I honestly cannot wait for Paradox Part 3 to come out, or at least a teaser trailer, because I can only imagine just how crazy things are going to get from here on. I mean, sure, it's going to be about, the gameplay is going to be about the same, but I can only imagine the way the enemies are going to fight, the kind of skills that are going to be included, and the boss fights, and the music. I cannot wait. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Elle real quick. If I didn't have to get into a fight first. Hi. Hello. Hey, I'm the guy that beat the crap out of you in the last video. Oh, well. Wait, was that the mermaid princess we fought in San Ilia? Yeah, it was. Oh, jeez. She went in the water, so wherever that path goes, that's where she's gonna be. Follows basement 2. So she should come out somewhere in this general area. But yeah, the CG that I saw that they came out with for Part 3 looks really good. Especially the one with Granberry, because they really did her some justice. I don't know who the artist is, but whoever the artist is, like, I already know for a fact, like, he's way better than stuff. Like, they should have him doing the main designs instead of, like, having Zelvi do certain stuff, or even Delphinus. Like, he should take their jobs. Hi, you're gonna run away again? Is there something you want to tell us? So, when we attacked San Ilia, were lots of townspeople hurt? Of course, soldiers and civilians alike were injured. Did you not realize that was going to happen when you attacked? What did you expect was going to happen? Were you going to get a hug and a kiss? Like, oh, you beat us, it's okay, we'll all be friends. No, I'm sorry. But it doesn't matter now. Humans and mermaids are sworn enemies. Oh, and she goes again. She's a victim in all this, too. Her mother's ego has forced her into this war. Can't remember what I did with the settings. Skill types of battle. Okay. Of most of the stories that I end up seeing happening in Monster Girl Quest, like the story about the Mermaid Queen and her lover is probably like one of the most tragic. Because as far as I know, before the Monster Lord, she was one of the few monsters that actually genuinely loved humans, and then went, because some people weren't very fond of it, she ended up losing her human lover and was forced to hold on to his child for Lord knows how many years. She could have easily decided not to have it, but no, she held that child and then eventually gave birth to her, that being Elle. So that goes to show that how much, like, despite the way that she's acting now, she genuinely loved that man. So it sucks now that she's finally venting her anger by being part of this full-on war, and she's getting her daughter involved. This way. Nope. Also, for those of you who haven't been paying much attention, I'm also currently doing a Persona 5 Royal Let's Play with no commentary, so you guys don't have to hear me talking over everything. But if you're interested, you can go ahead and check that out. But if you guys already got the game, then I understand if you don't really care to see how I play. But even so, the views and whatnot would actually be very appreciated. But humans did such a horrible thing to my mom. They killed the man she loved just because he was friends with a monster. That was certainly a heinous act, but it happened decades ago. The humans of this generation are very different. Stupid, but different. Simply living in coexistence with monsters would have been considered a crime in older generations. Do you want to apologize to those townspeople? Yeah. They'll probably be glad to accept your apology, but I can't say for sure. Your actions fan the flames of hatred towards monsters, and those flames may linger for a while. That said, Queen Mermaid is responsible for all this. It wouldn't be fair to blame you any more than we already have. That was pretty harsh. Luca, it's Alice. Just get used to it by now, man. You're gonna have to get used to it for, like, however long it took for her to actually have those kids of yours. Or for however long the two of you actually stayed together while you had them. Of course, that's in another universe, but even so. The encounter rate in some of these areas is incredibly high. There we go. So this looks different. Any treasure up here, or... no, there she is. Do you hate human... do you hate humans? Sometimes I do. Do you hate mermaids so much that you needed to come here, human hero? I don't hate you or anything like that. We've come here to put an end to your hatred. I used to sympathize with you for what you went through, but this revenge of yours has gone too far. I act in the interest of the mermaid. Why am I saying human? I act in the interest of the mermaid race as a whole. This has nothing to do with my personal history. This feels far worse than mixing public and private affairs. Your hatred is endangering the future of your entire race. So did you come here to fight or to preach to me? To fight, of course. Your hatred won't be stopped unless by the use of force. Well, I mean, Luca's usually used to preaching to everyone about coexistence and being nice and blah blah blah, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to fly here right out the gate. That's right, I can't stop now. If you call these emotions of mine hatred, then let hatred carve out a future for me. In that case, I'll stop you with my sword. Let's do it, Queen Mermaid. Come, hero. Let me show you the extent of my rage. The fight with her in New Game Plus, in the visual novel, I'll admit, was a very nice touch, because the way that she fights, before she starts resorting to normal monster fighting, she is so violent. Like, you can actually feel the amount of hatred that she feels for humans, with or without Black Alice's aid, with the corrupt spirits and everything. But look, she's so violent. Like, I don't get why she wasn't shown this violent when we actually fought her in the normal game. I'm not gonna resort to that right away. Actually, go ahead and get Gnome. I feel like she's gonna move faster than I am. Let me get Gnome out. Okay. Goodness. Alright, let me stop dicking around now. I feel like this isn't going to do much damage to her, but I still want to try anyway. Yeah, that isn't doing anything. That is legit Weak. That was so weak. Oh. She can heal herself. Okay. Jeez. No. No. But that means she's low on health now. Two, three, there we go. Yeah, but even without Black Alice's influence, like, she's shown to be very violent. I don't get why she wasn't like this in the visual novel. I lost. It only stands to reason. We'd never lose against someone who can't even acknowledge her own hatred. Now call back your army from San Ilya. But I'm the queen. I can't do such a thing. It would besmirch my good name. You have any idea how much respect, how much of a reputation I built up over the years? Mom. Oh, there we go. Elle. Hey, Mom. I want to apologize to the humans. Elle, when you become queen, the army will be yours to command. So let me teach you the foundational principle of military leadership. How about you don't do that and you actually learn to take the lessons 10 Memo taught you to heart? Everything an army does under orders is the responsibility of the one who gave the orders. The soldiers who carry out the orders do not bear the responsibility for what occurs as a result, or at least they shouldn't. One day you'll be the one giving the orders. Never forget this. In other words, the responsibility lies with Queen Mermaid. Elle, you shouldn't be blamed for what happened. I'm not trying to make you feel better. It's just that you taking responsibility would throw the entire chain of command out of order. She's right, Elle. Everything happened under my orders. But those who are not responsible cannot be allowed to accept responsibility, and those who are responsible must not be left off the hook. Elle, take this lesson to heart for when you're in charge. If you don't, you'll lose the right to rule. Okay. Therefore, Hero Luca, I surrender to San Ilya. My only condition is that I, as queen, bear full responsibility. The other mermaids committed no crimes and should not be punished. Please convey the terms of surrender to the king of San Ilya. But, Mom! Elle, you should travel with the hero. As the next queen, it's important to learn about the world with your own eyes. Huh? Me? With the hero? Will you take care of my daughter, Hero Luca? Yes, I accept. No, this is supposed to only be you and Alice's journey. Why? Okay, I'll learn lots of things by the hero's side and become a great queen. Right. It looks like we're done here. Let's go give the queen's terms of surrender to the king of San Ilya. Is my mom really going to be fine? She isn't going to suffer? The king is lenient and also shrewd. He won't treat your mother poorly and risk worsening the relationship with the mermaids. I'll personally ask the king to be lenient with her. Anyway, let's head back to San Ilya. Jeez. Get me out of here. I actually have to go and say something, so I'll go ahead and over to San Ilya real quick. There's the ship. I mean, is there really even a point in us coming here to report? Because this is just a fake. Yet, the real king of San Ilya swaps with the Megapope. Excellent work in taking down Queen Mermaid. I was listening when she gave you her terms of surrender. Of course, San Ilya accepts her surrender. I have no intention of treating Queen Mermaid as a war criminal either. Seeing as how we're soon to be fighting the Monster Lord, an alliance with the mermaids would be prudent. Don't worry, I'll take care of that on my end. Now, to reward you for your meritorious performance, I present to you this treasured item. Soul of the Wind. This is one of the job chains at the Pirates Emerald families. How you take highest ranked thief classes. Okay. There's something else I'd like to give you as well. I'll let the underground Machina Laboratory know so you can pick it up after. The remaining queens are still threatening the other countries. Please defeat them all for our sake. We should let Queen Mermaid know that her surrender was accepted. We also need to restore Kraken to her original form. Right. Yeah. That's something we still need to do, isn't it? Crap. Where was the thing again? Dang, I can't remember. Oh wait, hang on. I think it was near Godard. And up this way, past the Poison Swamp, right? So what, do I actually have to talk to the Queen Mermaid first? Jeez. This back and forth crap. Because we do need the Kraken. Do need Kraken to be back to her original form because that's part of the main thing, so... Oh, Lord. So we'll go ahead and let her know her terms of surrender were accepted. And then maybe we can try to get Kraken back to normal. Get you Queen, yes please. I heard that my surrender was accepted and also about their proposal for an alliance. It seems I won't even be imprisoned for war crimes, which means I can continue acting as the Queen of the Mermaids. I had already resigned myself to being executed. I suppose humans aren't so cruel after all. Like we said before, times have changed. The era you suffered through is a distant memory now. Now the world that we live in has a whole bunch of young human men, probably about maybe 17 up to their 30s, looking to have some sweet, sweet nookie with a girl like you. Or even worse, a frickin' jellyfish of all things. Take care of Elle. Don't let her make the same mistakes I did. Don't worry, you can count on us. Should we ask her about the Kraken? I'll cooperate with you as part of the alliance. If there's anything you require, just ask. Join my party. What? I mean... My apologies, but I can't. There's no way I could focus on fighting when I'm so concerned about Elle. I led my own daughter down a terrible path and taught her some terrible ideas. Queen Mermaid is worried about Elle. Unless we can assuage her concerns, she won't join our party. I'm not sure. Alright, so who the heck am I supposed to talk to about turning Kraken back to normal? Oh, Lord. Alright, so first things first. Get her out of here. Okay. So, the next place I can go to, I went to Lyra Falls, so I don't need to worry about that. There's the Fairy Island, Solitary Island, and Vampire Castle. Somebody kept telling me about the Fairy Island, so what I'm gonna do, go to Sabasa, and it said it's southwest. So I'm here, so southwest. That's a little island right there in the corner. Alright, so now we're in the open sea. Sea dragon! Oh, you're cute. Kind of reminds me of like, what's that one Pokemon? Like Dragonair, kind of. That's what makes me think of, like if Dragonair had horns, but it's mostly the tail that makes me think of that, so sorry, I gotta put you guys down. 2, 3. That's just plain adorable, though. Alright, so it's somewhere this way. Oop. Let me go around there, because I won't be able to go anywhere if I do that. Here we go. And I think that's the place. So this is Fairy's Island. It looks like the jungle has been twisted into a maze. This won't be easy. Queen Elf is likely in the deepest reaches of the jungle. If we defeat her, the elves and fairies attacking the Noah region shouldn't be able to maintain their offensive. So when we fought Queen Fairy and Grand Noah, she told us that the humans had destroyed the natural habitats of the elves and fairies. Her views are certainly worth considering, but don't forget which side took up arms against the other. Yeah, that's true. She's also in agreement with the Monster Lord regarding the eradication of humans. If that's their solution to their problems, we'll never see eye to eye. I know it will be hard to persuade her, but I hope we can work things out somehow. Anyway, let's go find Queen Elf. Yeah, it was actually really hard for Luca to be able to persuade Queen Elf and Queen Fairy back in the visual novel, because they were just as prejudiced against humans as the Mermaid Queen was. So, I don't expect this to be a cakewalk. Am I gonna have to fight you if I talk to you? Oh, what are humans doing here? Don't worry, I have no intention of fighting you. This war against humans is a mistake. We should be trying to resolve our problems peacefully rather than resorting to acts of barbarism. Oh, okay. Well, she's actually the reasonable one here. Is your idea of trying to resolve things peacefully, getting some business done? Because I'm pretty sure we all know that elves, regardless of how innocent they act, we all know what they're like behind closed doors. Oh goodness. Let me go right. Trick Fairy. I remember you from the visual novel. I'm not in the mood to deal with you right now. Hi. Queen Elf is kind of gone off the deep end. Trying to forcefully take over a human country is just crazy. She's through here? Nope, not this way. What about up here? Not up here either. Carbuncle! If I recall correctly, Carbuncle was a... I'm not sure which Final Fantasy it was, but Carbuncle was a summon spirit that when you summoned it, it cast Reflect on the party. So does that mean you have, like, innate Reflect against magic? I won't lie, I like the design, I just can't stand the way that tail looks. Okay. Let's try over this way. I feel like this is going to take me all the way around. Oh. Okay, I think I'm going the right way. It's some kind of progress. Let me try this way. Elf Amazonis. Ecstasy probably wouldn't like the look of you. He doesn't like girls with abs. Figure my way around here. If you climb down this ivy, you'll arrive at the center of Fairy's Island. You'll also find Queen Elf there. Please correct the error of her ways. She didn't used to hold such barbaric intentions. Somehow, it feels like a disturbing fog is enveloping the surroundings. Little by little, everyone is being driven mad and behaving irrationally. I've certainly felt it too. I could sense waves of magic in this forest stirring anger and hatred. It's very faint, but this is a mind manipulation spell. It has the power to draw out hatred that has been suppressed within the subconscious. Is there someone manipulating Queen Elf's mind? This forest doesn't seem to be the source of the spell. Its waves are flowing in from somewhere to the northwest. So the spell wasn't directed at the elves then. Speaking of northwest from here, that's where the World Tree is. Oh yeah, that's right. Aren't we supposed to cure... Didn't the Harpy Queen say that the fruit that we had comes from the World Tree? So that's something else to look at when we get the chance. So there is something in the world tree spreading the waves of a spell which disturbs minds, which has caused the elves to behave strangely. Because of the distance, however, the intensity of the spell isn't very strong. It doesn't change the fact that the elves have been harboring hostility towards humans to begin with. That's going to make it even harder to persuade them. Anyway, let's climb down the ivy to the center of the island. Gladly. Okay, so if there's something going on over at the world, how much you guys want to bet that there's a monster girl named Nidhogg over there? You know, Nidhogg was the dragon or the serpent that gnawed at the roots of the world tree? So that could be happening. So it's the center. Is this it? Nope, not here. Oh, here we go. I think this is it. Everyone is becoming really violent. I know they've all been holding some pent-up frustration, but it's still strange. Goodness. And there she is, too. To think a human would come to a place like this, it appears that polluting your own environment isn't enough for you. I came to stop you. It's wrong to take over human countries through force. What are you talking about? This is a war for survival. All that awaits the losing side is extinction. It's survival of the fittest. Kill or be killed. You learn to deal with it. Looks like she has no intention of listening. Let's take her down and then we can talk. Come, hero. Come at me and your companions too. Know the fury of the elves and fairies. I'm pretty sure it's just the elves, because, you know, we already beat the Queen Fairy. You're good with magic, so let's get undying this. Oh, she dispelled it. Alright, I guess there's no point in doing that then. What? The power of the four spirits in an arrow? Okay. So we got Element Spica, Quadruple Giga, and now Element Arrow? Okay. That's just me. Two, three. Oh. There we go. She healed, but she still lost. Okay. Can't be. How could I have been overpowered? Is this going to be the end of my race's desires? I'm pretty sure most of your race desires to get some of the D. Or they just feel like living in peace. But either way, I understand your point of view, but let's try resolving our differences through dialogue. I won't say this problem will definitely be solved through dialogue, but you shouldn't have completely ignored that step. From the human's perspective, they don't even understand why you are angry. What kind of idiot starts a war without any negotiations? You'd be surprised. As if humans would ever listen to us. How about you try first? While you were holed up in your forest, letting your hate for humanity fester, humans and monsters in the rest of the world took steps down the road of coexistence. You lost yourself in playing the victim and stopped moving forward. That is your mistake, Queen Elf. Okay, you don't have to be so hard on her. Look, even humans will listen if you appeal to them. We should be able to set up a conference with the world's leaders and resolve this all peacefully. But it's my duty to preserve our race's natural habitats. Oh, so you failed after all. What the heck? I knew it. Elves are good for nothing. You screw up whenever it counts. Who are you? Are you Queen Alaron's subordinates? We fall under Black Alice's command, which means that you elves serving Alice the 15th are our enemies. Queen Alaron has joined Black Alice's army? Impossible. She has always been a lover of peace. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, we now serve Black Alice. By the way, I believe you're all quite worn down from fighting humans, right? The defenses around Fairy's Island are rather lax. How about we take it for ourselves? As if we let you do that. I'm still injured from the fight. You can barely stand after fighting with that hero. How about we take Queen Elf's life right here while we're at it? We won't let you. You'll have to go through us first. Thanks to your talkativeness, I now have a grasp on the situation, and I suspect that you have all been brainwashed. You're worn out after fighting Queen Elf, right? Then there's no better time to crush everyone in our way. Walron. I think that's how it's pronounced. Oh yeah, she's right. We are still worn out. Thankfully, I have angel powers. That was easy. Looks like you still have some strength remaining in you. I'll leave you for later. Wait, you! Oh, the Dryad escaped. So Queen Alaron has joined Black Alice's army? And to think she was waiting for us to take casualties in the war with the humans. Queen Elf, there's one more worrying issue. All of you have been subtly afflicted by mind manipulation. We have? Indeed, now that you mention it, I can feel a wave of disturbing power. Let's try neutralizing it. I surrounded Fairy's Island with a protective aura. With this, the waves of the spell should not affect us. It certainly did feel like it had been amplifying my hatred. The source of these waves seems to be the World Tree. Isn't that Queen Alaron's home? Which is why we think that Queen Alaron has also been brainwashed, either by Black Alice or her lackeys. Having failed to notice the spell, I had allowed it to fan my hatred. In waging war with humans, I've disgraced myself. I'm not qualified to be the queen. I'm ashamed to stand before you, let alone my kin. Regardless of your shame, it's you who leads the elves. You have things to do as the queen of your race. Yes, I will notify all of the elves and fairies. We shall withdraw our troops from Grand Noah and acknowledge our error. But it's not like everything was resolved. We still need to do something about Queen Alaron. Yeah, it's not directly related to the Monster Lord's armies assaulting the 4 great nations, but we can't just leave it be. Who knows what will happen if they remain under Black Alice's control. Now then, let's head to the World Tree. It's northwest of here, if I'm not mistaken. I wish I could help you with this matter, but I've received significant damage from my battle against you. Consequently, I cannot move. However, I have told everyone here to cooperate with you for the time being. There is a merchant dealing in rare equipment and a skilled blacksmith. You should speak with them before you head for the World Tree. Thank you, that would be great help. Well then, let's head out to the World Tree. We need to release Queen Alaron from her brainwashing somehow. Also, let's not forget to report to the Queen of Grand Noah. It's just my intuition, but I imagine we'll receive some item as thanks. We should report to the Queen of Grand Noah first. After that, we can head toward our next goal. Okay. We can do that another time. So, after taking care of what was going on with the mermaids, end up coming here, and only for us to find out that Queen Alaron, or possibly just Black Alice's lackeys, are behind the whole brainwashing ordeal. And we will take care of that, but I'm going to take care of that in another video. So, next time on Monster Girl Quest Paradox 2, we're going to report to the Queen, and then we're going to go and see what's going on at the World Tree, and hopefully we can find that fruit so we can heal the Queen Harpy. See you guys then.